A very warm welcome to YILDIZ Readings 5D. We're here to do your psychic update for your zodiac sign, which will be love and general, psychically tuned in. We also do cover your twin flame path here at YILDIZ Readings, as well as by element for the twin flame path. Now, we are live on Fridays, 10 a.m. as above on the screen, and also 3 times a month on Wednesdays in the Members Hub. Now, the Members Hub has 3 levels. We have the Twin Flame Hub coaching room, the second level, which is pre-release content, and the third for all your extension reads. Without further ado, let's get into your psychic update for your zodiac sign, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Hi Libra, welcome back. We're here to do your psychic update for August. I was going to say July. Gee, we're out of there. Aren't we happy about that? Not that I have an issue with July, but this is a big movement, and I do feel psychically you guys are going to be pretty busy. Now, you're going to have to be quite selective of how you use your energy, and I do believe you're going to be on healing mode. But this beautiful Libras is not going to just be for yourselves, which is much in need. This is a lot of people coming towards you and potentially really seeking maybe your comfort, your love, your understanding, and your wisdom. And I really see with the smudge ceremony, whatever you've gone through, it's really going to serve you with the people that are around you. And I do feel very strongly you're going to be attracting people into your auric field. Now, in this read, we are going to be covering singles and couples. We're going to be looking at your career sector. We're going to be looking at a lot of areas, and it is so that you can actually navigate through the matrix to get the best out of this month. So, number one, I am seeing that you got the wealth of knowledge, and it does feel like I mentioned, you're going to be attracting people into your world. And there is a lot of healing that's needed, but I almost feel it's not only going to be in the element of love, it's really going to be in the element of other people, and the other people are going to be showing you something very unique about yourself that potentially you didn't see. But I do feel even your soul wisdom from your personal experience is going to gently be given to other people in different ways. So naturally, these people are going to come towards you. I'm also feeling there could be some subconscious block that can be coming up, but it's almost through these interactions and experiences that you're going to be having that is actually going to heal you, and it's going to happen accidentally. So I also feel it's almost like you're recovering, so you're moving back into your spiritual practice, you're moving into mind, body, soul, trying to get that equilibrium back, and I feel you're digging really deep, and I do feel many of you have really dug quite deep with the psyche of your soul. I feel you're finding resolve, and it's funny because the throat chakra just went. I do feel this can be to do with things, again, in your subconscious mind that you didn't know that were there. But I do feel the great, it's almost like it's going to release. And it will be a light bulb moment. And whatever this is, it's a very freeing, liberating frequency. I'm seeing some of you really nurturing yourself, going into rituals, maybe meditating, drinking spiritual teas and things like that. See, throat chakra, really in the detox kind of mode of things, and that might have already really kicked off. I'm really seeing you guys at the minute really looking at life and thinking, okay, I've got to dust out the cobwebs mentally, spiritually. You might be really quite sensitive to light and noise, and really selective, as I mentioned, as to what you're doing. I do feel your mind's in overload at the moment, and you could get to a point you're having too many downloads, and we deem that in the spiritual community as downloads. It's like the psyche, so many things coming at you. If you find that it's getting overwhelming, try and actually journal it down, because I feel that's where all the beautiful creative energy is going to flow from. But this is really going to be an amplification of movement, and I really feel in the next 2 months for you guys it's going to be really quite growth orientated. But it's almost like I said, I feel like you guys are going to be hitting the ground running. Don't be surprised if you're more busy than usual. I also feel there could be some paperwork that you're needing to sign, and I feel it can be some documents that are potentially coming up. And this almost has a lot of luck around it as well. I do feel if there has been unfinished business, when it does come to paperwork, I feel those energies are going to be finalised. But I'm almost feeling luck on your side for wins in some shape or form, and it's almost like all your blessings are coming to you. Is this a good time for manifestation? Yes, but I feel most of you are in huge detachment, and that's potentially why it's coming towards you. I do also feel that you do have guides around you at the minute that are really supporting you through your healing process. And I'm seeing something to do with a birthday or an anniversary, and that could be very synchronistic for one direct person, but it's almost a message from this person who's passed over. Again, I do feel for those of you who that message is relevant, I feel this is an old energy. I don't feel it's the most recent energy. Okay, now love is coming through quite uniquely, and I do feel many of you, you might be having flashbacks, you might be having experiences and memories, and this can be positive or negative, but it's this regression work that's going on, and I do feel you keep trying to pull your soul forward, but at the same time it's almost like something's pulling you back. I feel some of you are feeling as though you need to shake energy off and actually get more balance, and the balance can be sunlight, it might be really getting out of the house, it feels like routine orientation. It's almost like no matter what you're doing, it's kind of guiding you back to this one vibration, and I feel you're really going to move through it, and I do feel you'll be moving out of it, but there is this protective energy, almost like your smudge stick, it's a little bit like a crab, really. It feels like maybe you're being really selective about who you're mixing with. This can be your friends you love. And I also feel, some of these things that you're feeling, you may be not really inclined to want to explain yourself because you're physically trying to understand it yourself. So, until you can reach that level of comprehension of why it's coming up, I just don't feel at this point you're really expressing to particular individuals what it is, because it's your own personal process in which you're doing it. With the dips and flows of it, I do feel it's easing up, but at first it can feel a little bit testing. Now, those of you in a romantic connection, I do sense that there's something to do with home stability, foundation, that's really going on. And this might have been going on for quite a while, and there could have been, again, anything to do with your home, anything to do with your well-being, sustenance, food, but it feels you've been on the go, okay? So when it does come to love, you may find that the busyness and the lack of play has really gotten the best of you. I do feel over the next 4 weeks, you're going to find healthy ways to actually balance both that and your love life. I do feel both parties are really in this situation working extremely hard, so it's quite reciprocal in a sense. But at the same time, understand that nothing is for nothing. And some of you may be really frustrated, feeling no sooner do you get on top of things, and try to get that balance in life and love, is that something is coming up. And I do feel this is shifting. This happens to be one of those years, but I do feel this next shift vibrationally of what you're moving through, it really is going to be leaps and bounds moving forward. I do feel, to a degree you could be manifesting, but you're being, again, very selective of your time and more practical. And there could be some dramas happening again. It might be plumbing related, it might be home. I just see so many things in a sense that both parties are directly juggling, that if you are on the same wavelength, it's going to bode really well. If you're not, there could be a little bit of drama. Try not to get into conflict with situations at the minute, especially in the first week. You'll find it will pass. It's just at this point, there's a lot of tension. Again, I do feel wins and positivity, but again, I'm seeing it being by the first to the second week. It's almost, as we move forward, things kind of take on that flow-on effect. Now, those of you that are singles, I'm seeing I don't feel it's a head and heart. I do feel there's this deep yearning and this deep clearing in your heart, and it's almost like you're actually manifesting love towards you. But again, I do feel this hermit mode energy. I do feel it may feel like that for about a week and a half. If you can move through it, if you need a coaching session, come through. But there's almost this polarity of healing and health, and you may be looking at a logical way of how to connect inside your relationship sector, but there is healing. So I do feel for some of you, if you are single, there is a potential that somebody is coming back that you dearly, dearly love, but you could be thinking that maybe they don't see you this way, or maybe this is impossible to heal it, because again, it doesn't feel like head and heart. I don't feel that it's got anything to do with that. I feel it's more you're trying to be logical instead of heart-centered. And it's not that you don't love this person. It's that there's this protectiveness, which is fine. You know, it's having those healthy boundaries and really easing yourself into it. But I do feel there's a little bit of guarded energy at the minute, and it may be resonating until about the second week. I do see a conversation happening. But I do feel in order for this to be healed, it's almost like there's certain things that need to be understood on both sides. But there's also both parties really healing at this point in a very solid way. Again, the channeling that I got during the month was, can beauty come out of sadness? Or, you know, yes, it can, okay? Can beauty come out of the ashes? Yes, it can. And it's very much like Chiron and Aries. It's the wounded healer. It's really coming through, and it is a healing placement. Now, in your career sector, for those of you that are working, if you're not working, I do feel you're not quite sure what to do. You're not quite sure when to move forward. It's really asking you, with both parties, with both scenario ships, is to trust your instincts. You do have the throat chakra card in reverse, and it's about being authentic. I almost couldn't say that. Being authentic and being honest with yourself. So really resonating at that level of who you are and honoring that of who you are. And I feel if you're just doing such, if you see the bigger picture and you build it, they'll come. I feel just really trusting that process without the attachment and really using it as a road to travel down is going to be the road served best. I do feel whatever you're doing, it is going to be quite lucrative. And especially for those of you looking for work at this point, you know, some of you are thinking there's no traction, there's no movement. I do feel yet again, by the second week, this is a really great manifestation time, and it's a very large point for your financial gains. Between now and the new moon in Leo, I do see this to be yet again a very lucrative time. So please trust your instincts. Some of you are taking these direct steps, whatever side of the fence you're on, is because you need to repair that of what has happened, but it's an old energy coming back and you're actually implementing it in a new fashion. And I feel if something from a wound sense has been holding you back, this is really a beautiful time for you to move beyond the wound and have that faith in yourself. And I do see these this movement actually happening. I did select an area that was other, and it really does make sense. It's almost like you can feel like you're a circus act. You might feel there's way too much going on, and how can you pull all of it together? In the other area, it's almost what I'm hearing is slow and steady wins the race. And I feel every little step you take, it is taking you to the higher ground. But you could be second guessing yourself. And I feel if you're needing to move away from something and you feel, look, that's a bit, if you really sit with it for a little bit before taking direct action, take it slow and it can be corrected as you move forward. But I do feel ultimately it could be more you're in an assessment mode. You know what you can do, you know what you can't. And some of it can be a skill set. But it's more you're addressing, you know, the current climate of the world and you're looking at how to move forward. And I feel if you do such in a slow and steady fashion, in a sense that it's going to win the race, I feel this could be very positive for you. Now, family at the minute, there could be, again, you know, there could be somebody in your family sphere who is noticing that you are maybe losing faith in things and losing lackluster, or it could be on the opposite side of the spectrum. Some of you are a bit concerned potentially about a family member, and some of you also could be having dreams, again, of a passed over loved one. You do have the crown chakra in the reverse. Again, concerns, I feel it's more concerns relating to mind, concerns relating to well-being. Again, needing to be so many things, but potentially not able to. But it's almost like this concern and this nurture energy. I do feel overall, you know, you might be concerned and you might be trying to partake wisdom onto, and this could be to a child. Yeah, no, you know, I'm Libra. I know these things. Yes, it could be to a child where you're actually looking at it and going, hey, you know, I've had this experience in my life, maybe do this. And it's not that that's wrong, but it seems to be that there's concern when it does come to your wisdom that you're partaking. And remember, I did say there's a lot of wisdom here. So I do feel people are attracting and coming towards you, but both parties in this polarity are actually healing each other subconsciously, unconsciously. So I do feel there's nothing really negative here coming through. It's more there's a concern, there's a vibration, there's a bit of mirroring going on. Overall, I do feel it's going to heal. There can be for some of you concerns over a mother energy, and I do feel that can be easing up. Be careful with run-ins, especially with arguments relating to mother energy at this point. I do feel, again, it could be a little bit of a sensitive time, but overall, I do feel it's going to pass. It's just a wave of emotion that you're moving through. Now, with your health and well-being, you can find, really by about the second week of this month, I do feel you're really moving on up into looking after yourself. And I do feel if you haven't started achieving it by the first week, it's definitely coming through by the second. I also feel, you know, having that very strong relationship, it might have been a relationship situation or a contract situation that was really causing issues with your health and your well-being, especially for those of you, be it coupled or single. This can be your career. It feels intensity due to external issues. And again, you know, this is easing up, but it's almost like whatever the warning is, I feel you're directly addressing so that you can have a better outcome as we move forward. Your money sector, again, trying to have the energy to get things done. And maybe even second guessing yourself. Can you actually achieve these things? Is it workable? Do you need to climb a mountain? I feel just, again, if you build it, they will come. That's what I keep hearing. You may be feeling tired where you stand right now, but it's about working wisely. And I feel whatever you're pouring your energy into, drink some lemon water. Yellow chakras in reverse. So, you know, try and balance the co-creative energy. Get some crystals to help you with the frequency of co-creativity. And I feel by doing such, especially because a lot of you could be maybe feeling very sluggish and lethargic, you know, it is going to pass, but boost that kind of aura energy in that chakra system. And you're going to find that things are going to become quite large. Now, any stagnancy is very temporary. I do feel these new beginnings you're taking, they're going to actually bounce off. And again, forget the naysayers. Do what you need to do. Don't let it define you. That's theirs, not yours. And I feel there could be projection energy. Again, pay attention to anything that's being projected or learned in this situation over the next few weeks, because I do feel overall you're going to move beyond the wound and be extremely successful. Love and light. I'll see you during the month for your psychic and your twin flame and your love updates. Thanks for joining YILDIZ Readings 5D. I trust that you enjoyed the content and love to hear your feedback. Now, yes, we're live every Friday for the Twin Flame update for the collective energy, as well as if you do click the bell, you can get the community post update because you don't get notified of lives. Now, the Members Hub also has 3 sessions a month now at $11. If you do want to come and join us, especially for all the extension reads, which are at the higher level, you can find the link on the main page here. You can see it above the screen and it gives you the 3 tier levels. Additionally, I do see you throughout the month for your romance updates, for your twin flame and the moon energy and more. So have a great month and I'll see you on the other side. And yes, I do private readings. The information is in the info box. Love and light, guys.